One of the things that we knew we really wanted in our van build was a shower and toilet.
You betcha. So we ended up with this fiberglass shell, custom made for Sprinter vans. We couldn't find any videos on how to install such a thing, so we had to make it up as we went along, and through the mistakes and successes that we made, hopefully it'll be easier for you guys to install your own.
So let's see exactly how we got this thing into place.
Today we are starting the install of our DIY RV Solutions shower cubicle. So this is a fiberglass shower cubicle that's specifically designed for the post 2007 Sprinter van. It's sitting in the middle of the van at the moment. We're going to be pushing it back, so I'll switch over to Nigel and he can tell you what we've done so far.
So what we've worked out is that where the toilet section of the shower is, it's raised off the ground. It's a number of feet, and then so there's a cavity there, and we worked it out to be 9mm cavity. So we've cut this piece to where it's a subfloor to the subfloor, if you will, and we just double checked that it's a good size. And I'm going to go ahead and use some timber glue and builder's glue that to the floor. Just a number of short 20mm screws, and then we're going to be ready to take it one step further and get into the framing. That's the shower area, if you will, and then this side here is where the toilet is going to be situated.
Alrighty, so we've just put the shower cubicle back into position. It's sitting on top of the piece of ply that Nigel has stuck and screwed to the floor, the subfloor there. And what we're doing now is just organising the framing.
Making this up as we go along. Alright, so we're using 70 by 35 timber framing, which will be orientated like this on this side, given that we're running all the plumbing on this side of the shower cubicle. So before we glue anything down, we want to just sort out the framing, because we're a bit tight for room. And we're trying not to get too stuck in the numbers, but we can run the 70 by 35 this way on this side.
So Nigel's working on the frame for the shower, measuring up all this 70 by 35 and cutting it to size, and then putting it all together to make one frame for either side of the shower.
Glued in place, and for good reason, because of the orientation of the timbers. You'll see that we've orientated them flat, so it's going to be a lot easier to take the frame outside, and we're going to drill a series of holes through here so the wires can feed through. We're not quite sure where the switch is going to lay, whether it's going to be the panel of switches here or here. Morning, guys. So what I wanted to make sure of just now was the position of the plug hole, and so I've crawled underneath to superimpose where the hole's going to come out underneath. You can see the beams here. We've chosen a spot in the shower which we're going to use, and so I've basically just double checked, I can take from that bolt, and I can rest assured that we're okay. So from our position at the top, we're talking about the hole where it's supposed to come out. So measured 220 from that bolt to there, and then another 30 actually. This is where we're going to take bets on this. In theory, the hole should come out about there, but that's alright. We've got nowhere near any beams, nowhere near any bolts, so touch wood, we should be around there.
Nigel's now measuring up the door so we can cut the door to size, and then we will take it inside and just check that everything is all square.
I'll put down this protective strip of gaffer tape so that the base of the saw doesn't scratch what little bit of exposed shower door we have. So we've trimmed the door to allow us to get it in and get it in situ with the frame, which we haven't bolted into place for good reason. So we know this door has got 4 square edges, and we've clamped the frame to the door, and it's abundantly clear to us that the shower cubicle itself is got no straight edges, but that's cool. So what we need to do is square the frame to the door.
So we've done the dry fit. We had the door on, as you would have seen earlier. We've actually taken the door back off now. The door's just behind me leaning against the wall. What we're doing now is we're going to drill the hole.
Let's put this frame bit up
through the floor. Yeah, we had to pull the shower out, fix up the ceiling, the foil board insulation. We've done that. So everything's ready to go. We've got the frames are tacked in place. We're going to now drill the hole through just to make sure from the bottom that it's all okay.
X marks the spot. We're drilling through the floor again, and I must admit I'm actually feeling a little bit nervous.
How you feel?
Nervous.
You'll be fine, mate.
You
want to see those?
Probably britches up. There we go.
Here we go.
High pants.
My pants. And what are you using there to drill the hole?
So we've got a 40mm, and how about this for a sexy little number? And we sourced this off eBay. It's a 40mm diameter hole that we've got to drill, and hopefully there's going to be enough thread for us to grab from underneath and pull this into place. Because what we want to do is we're wanting to Sikaflex underneath. This is a bit floaty, but we're going to smash it with Sikaflex, and this hopefully will pull it down. It's going to give us a bit of a natural flow into the drain. And that sticks up a little bit. It's only like a millimetre. It's one of those necessary evils. It doesn't recess down, but this is pretty streamlined, and we're going to be pretty happy with that. Actually, I'm going to do a pilot hole first. And then back. We have a hole in the shower. We are no longer watertight.
There's our plug hole.
There you go.
Put a
So,
little plug in it, Nigel.
I'm sorry? What about it?
Put it in. See.
I'm getting there.
Look at that.
But, no, not enough thread. Bugger. Definitely not enough thread. Shit. You see? Thread's way up in there. Not even close.
Oh, no, we need. But when we pull it down.
Well, we've got nothing to,
Pull it down with. So, not enough thread. Now to figure out plan B.
I just want to explain what we've done here. Actually, I can't undo it because you're not standing on it. Never mind. Hopefully you can see. Now when we initially put the plug through, we didn't have enough of the thread showing to put this plastic washer on, which I'm touching. So thinking outside the square, I thought, well, if you can see these ribs here, the floor of the van, we've got these structural ribs, and because the metal's only 1 mil thick, what I thought I could do was to combination of, I want to whack the hammer directly onto it because this is actually rust proofing coating. So if I can go to this side, and then I was just bashing the floor, and to make it flush with this surface here, bringing it up, and it gave us enough thread to get 3 turns on this, and that, you can tell that's not going anywhere. So that's pretty exciting. Mixture of colours here. See, you can probably explain while we're doing this. We're going to put a bit more up this side. Given it's going to squeeze down towards the rear when we put it in. Wet areas.
And why are you using the black here? Sorry, black on the other side and white here.
Well, because I want to use that black stuff. We've got a bit of an excess of it, but we don't want to use the black on this side because, as you rightly pointed out, we want to avoid the. We didn't want black Sikaflex coming up through this hole here and getting onto the anti-slip on the fiberglass. Would be an absolute nightmare to get it off. So there's a bit of a cavity in here, so we're going to go a bit hard out with it, because what we want this to do is when we put the plug in and it pulls nice and tight, the sicker's going to fill up the cavities. There you go, I've used up a whole tube there, that's right. Right, we're going to climb underneath.
Okay, so I'm putting on Nigel's boot. So we have successfully got the shower into place with the drain plug in. We've managed to have enough thread underneath to screw the drain plug into place. So that's exciting. The shower's now sitting quite off square because we've tightened up that side and because we've got the other side propped up where the toilet plinth is. So now it's the job of the door and the frame to get everything back to square. So we're going to move the door back into place now and just check everything. We can get everything back to square. So it's pretty much done. Got the door on, well, it's sitting on temporarily. So we've got the plug hole in, and we've got a big heavy battery sitting on this side, this is actually the toilet plinth side. It's got a big heavy battery sitting there just to weight that down so all that Sikaflex dries off nicely.
I had to go a longer drill. Okay.
Longer drills so we can get through not only the roof, the foil board and down into the shower.
Here's the shower.
Yep. And we're through. We're going to go into the van, into the shower to see where that hole comes out. Dun, dun, dun. Into the shower. There it is. So we're now masking around that hole so we can get a nice clean cut. Here's Nigel in all of his PPE with the size does matter hole saw. So we've come to the realisation that our shower and shower door are not quite square. Well, the door panel is square because it's been machined, but the framing in the shower is not sitting square. We have heard from another van builder that they experienced the same issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to pack out some of the top of this side because there's quite a bit of a gap between the frame and the shower here. And over on the other side, we have actually had to shave a little bit off the frame. Now, it may sound funny, but it's the only way we are getting the whole shower and frame to be square with the door. So I'll show you what Nigel's been doing over there. So, as you can see, we have got a little bit of overhang on the top there. So we've actually shaved quite a bit off.
That amount on the inside, we've actually, with the use of a skill saw or a circular saw, chisels and planes, we've taken the slither off. Now that is, Sue rightly said, it sounds a bit dicky, but we know.
As you can see, it's still going out.
Yeah, the showers. And look, we may have stuffed up and bent the shower over. It's hard to know for sure because it is a floppy thing. But we just want to know that the framing is square and the door, this whole cubicle is square, and what the shower unit does itself is neither here nor there. It'll only annoy us.
We won't know. Well, we'll just have to forget. And I guess now everybody who watches this video knows. So we're on to the next phase here, and what we're going to do now is stick the frame on this side to the shower wall on this side, and we're just going to use a whole bunch of Sikaflex and clamps. We're going to clamp the two together, and after we've stuck the walls to the frame, then we'll come and attach the door panel to the frame. So we're back for another day of working on getting our shower all framed up and installed. So what we're doing at the moment is just making some packers that are going to go in there. The frame is square, it's just the shower somehow is not square. Well, it's fiberglass, it's a bit floppy. So the shower is fixed in place. Don't mind the innuendo from Nigel there. So this is the after shot of our little error on needing these packers. However,
yeah, we didn't need them.
But it's all looking good in there now. Just not all those ones.
What we failed to consider was bringing in the edges to this part of the frame.
Because you can't quite see, but in there we've got some braces in there pushing the shower out.
And once we put the braces on, then this thing was going to be bulged right, right out. So yeah, it's a bit of a. We're sikaflexing the door on. What's happening? Just try and put a nice neat bead around there. The outside or the perimeter of the cubicle. And we've chosen to go with some marine grade again.
So we've got the door on, all sealed up, and we're just getting some battens now so that we can brace it. So we've got one down the bottom there. We've got a clamp in the middle on this side, and we just need something to brace it up on the top, just so it stays nice and firm and forms a good seal with the Sikaflex.
So there you have it, folks. The shower is in, with a great degree of difficulty at times, but we got it in, and gee whiz, we love it now.
Absolutely, we wouldn't be without it. It was a bit of a mission to get it in, and as Nigel said, you know, we made some mistakes along the way. We learned a lot of lessons too, so hopefully this video of how we got the cubicle installed will help you if you're doing one in your build. So join us next time for the plumbing and the installation of our composting toilet, including venting that up through the ceiling and through the roof of the van.
Oh, yeah, that was another effort.
A lot of effort.
Yeah.
If you found this video to be helpful, please give us a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below if you've got any questions at all. And please remember to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you'll be notified next time a video is uploaded. Thanks again for watching.
Cheers.
Do you know you've got a big piece of sticker on your face down here? Right there?
Probably.
Black sticker.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be cutting out Telstra with.
They might have thought it was like a face tattoo.
Oh god, is that bad? Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Oh good. Well here we go. We're done.
Just come on, say goodbye.
Indeed. We. What am I saying?